Okay. Oh. Get some light on the situation. Good morning. Hello. Good afternoon. How could we possibly start a journal without you? How? How could that ever happen? Nobody wants to see that. Yes, this is Harry time. This is the time we come in, we just pet the Harry, we wait for people. Yeah, it's the Harry time. It's the Harry portion of the show, right? All right, get down. Get down. Come on. Harry, get down. Down, down. Get your tail out of the camera. Down. Come on, let's go. Get down. Nobody wants to see that. Thank you. You, go away. Go eat your cookies. Go eat your cookies. All righty. Let's do this. Get this started. Get stuff out. That's what we'll do. We'll get some stuff out. Here we go. This, and that. Over here. This out of the way. All righty. Well, how's everybody? It's been one of those nights. The Amy and I were out last night, doing the thing, and not a good night. Not a good night at all. But we trudged on. Whew. It was interesting, to say the least. We left here. We got started. We got to our area about a half an hour before we were scheduled to start, because you block time that you're willing to work, and that way you're guaranteed spots. Yes, it was a cluster truck. So we had booked in our time at 5:00 to start. We got into the area about a half an hour before we were supposed to start. And did all our checks. Do we have gas? Do we have our hot bag with us? Is our phone fully charged? All that stuff. And we were sitting right on the hotspot. And I had to take my pills, and I had forgotten to eat. So I figured since we were starting, in a half an hour, I'd grab something. And we were at a Berto's, a Roberto's, a Filberto's, a Berto's. And so I grabbed myself a couple of tacos. The blandest tacos I've ever had at a Roberto's. Horrible. But I got myself some tacos. Amy went in to use the potty. I wolfed down a couple of tacos. It was time to start. We got in the car. We hit the start button. Nothing. As we're pulling out of the parking lot to go across the street, we get an order for Roberto's. Two U-turns later, we're back at Roberto's. We grabbed the first order. The delivery is in BFE from where we are. It is literally get on the freeway, back past our house, over to the other side of town. So, we head that way. Let's do a corner pocket. We haven't done a corner pocket in a while. Let's do a corner pocket on here for this guy. And yeah. So we we go to do the delivery. I'm like, I'm okay with it, whatever. It is what it is. And we head in that direction. We make the delivery, and I forget to turn off the pick up more deliveries, because we have this feature called dashing along the way, where we can pick up orders along the way. And so I was like, okay, fine. Well, we're booking it down the street, and we're on the freeway coming back. That's how far we went. We had to get on the freeway to come back. And we're on the freeway coming back, and the thing goes bing. And Amy looks at it, and it is literally her least favorite delivery. It is a Wingstop. And this particular Wingstop is the one that's in the casino. Now, we've already passed the exit for it. So, in all fairness, it would probably be very unsafe for us to get off the freeway to go deliver this. So, we say no to the order. Not only is this going to be unsafe, but to be honest, it's just going to be a pain in the butt. So we're like, nope, nope. And we continue along our merry way. to get back into our neighborhood, back into our area, which we have to take 2 freeways to get to from where we're at. So we finally get back into our area. We're almost completely in the middle of it. We get another order. It was only a couple of bucks. Not a very big order. But, seemed like a good idea at the time. So we took the order. It wasn't that bad. It was just kind of down the street and around the corner and that kind of thing. No big deal. We had like 2 like that, but they were very low dollar. They were like $1 or $2 a piece, $1.50, $2. And I was like, good gravy, this is ridiculous. Well, then we get another order. And we take that order and we go and we deliver. It was 2 orders. I want to say one was from Panera and the other one was from Chipotle. They're both in the same shopping center. So no big deal. We picked them up. Amy went in. She got the first one. She came back out. We moved down to Chipotle. She went into Chipotle. She got that one. She came out. Amy did all the running last night because I have an injury on my foot and she did not want me walking and making it worse. So we take the first order and we go to deliver it. Of course, Google was acting up last night, so we were getting like weird directions. Go here, go there, go there, go here. No, go there. Every now and then Google will act up and it'll tell us, like, we'll be going to the next, we'll drop something off and we'll be going to the next place. So we're like, we go to the exit to the apartment complex or whatever, and Amy will look at it and it'll say, make a right. And then we'll get there, and right as we make the right-hand turn, it'll go, nope, go left. So yes, Google was being a little uppity last night. So we finally, get to where we need to be. But, we end up having to make all these U-turns. So we make the first delivery. And as Amy's coming down the stairs, she clears it. That delivery. Well, apparently Google took that to mean clear every damn thing because the app cleared out our next delivery. Now, this is the second time it's done this to her. Where it's told it, that we're done with the first delivery. And you have to do that in order to get the next one to come up. And it just cleared out the second delivery. I'm going to update the app today because I think it might have something to do with needing an update. But so she comes down, and by the time she gets back down to the car, a new order has popped up. And I'm like, wait a minute, we still have one order. We haven't finished delivering. What the hell's going on? And so I start trying to figure out where this delivery goes. So I call the helpline. Now, you think this would be something that would be easy. You call the helpline, they look at the order or they reload the order. But, they look at the order and they go, oh, here's the address for you. No. It's not easy. They have to basically reach out and contact the person who ordered, the customer, and get an address. So we get in touch with the company, and the gal on the phone goes, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'll get you some information. I'll reverse the order." We said, "Okay." She couldn't reverse the order. By the way, this screwed up my app. So she could not reverse the order. All right, fine, whatever. Hello, lurkers. So, we were kind of stuck, and we go to leave the apartment complex because there's no place to park in here. So we go to leave the apartment complex to go and find a place to park. There's actually a park right across the street, and there's a 7-Eleven down the corner. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to pull into the 7-Eleven or whatever. And my phone rings, and I answer it, and it's the... Thank you. Could you just... Yeah. It's the Google Help lady. She's like, "Oh, hi, yeah." And there's a rooster in the background. No lie. There was a rooster in the background. And I'm like, "Hold on a second. You're breaking up. I can't hear you. Let me pull over." So I pull over into the 7-Eleven, and she tells me the address, which I repeat, and Amy writes down, and we're all good and golden. Here we go. We're back off. It's the exact same building we just pulled out of. But she did not get an access code for the door. So Amy and I cannot get back into the building. And we're trying to remember the code that we used to get in the first time. But that code's not working. Son of a... So finally, there's a thing that says to get access, dial this number. So I dialed that number, and there's nobody in the office. But right at the end of that spiel, if you listen to the whole thing, it clicks the gate. Well, there was a lady in front of us who pulled in just as I was getting ready to put the code in, and I had just finished popping the code, and Amy was like, "We'll just follow them in." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So while we're waiting for her to move, I go to put the car in gear, and this guy in a white Volvo pulls in to our right, and we're thinking he's just another delivery driver, who wants into the building. And those gates, as long as you move towards the gate will not close. So we're like, okay. He pulls in front of us. Like, no lie. Here's the gate. We're here. There's a car there. They're getting ready to go in. He pulls in like right here. So as this car goes through, I put in our code to be able to go through. This guy pulls in like this. Backs up, pulls up, backs up, pulls up, backs up. He gets about to like this, jumps out of his car. But at this point, the gate has closed. We have missed our opportunity to get through. Hits his key fob, and then tries to go as slow as he possibly can through the gate so that we can't follow him. Dude, you utter asshat. I don't like this page at all. We'll come back to it. Not what I had in my head. Still don't know what we're doing with this weird stuff. Hey, Janet. So we get in and we're looking for the unit. Now I don't know who does the numbers on these big apartment complexes. But here's a couple of things. One, put the map on the inside of the gate so that when people pull in, they can look at the map and go, oh, it's to the left or to the right, or it's back there on that loop. Don't put it at the people come up, they push the code, they go through the gate. You only have a couple of seconds. First problem. And you have to have a key to walk back out. Otherwise, I just park the car and walk back out and look for the apartment. This one didn't have a building number. But even if it did, it's building 1, building 2, building 5, building 7, building 3, building 14. You know what I mean? It's like, it's bizarre. So we go through and we're driving through and we see the security guard. And so we stop. I flag him down. He stops. Very nice guy. I said, hey, Darrell, do you happen to know where apartment number blah, 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 blah is? And he goes, wow. Takes off his glasses, puts them on top of his head and goes, no. Do you know what building number it is? Nope. Yeah, no. How can you be the security guard and not know where apartments are? Do you not have a site map? Oh my God. So we're like, don't worry, we'll find it. So it's in building 17, which is between building 1, building 12, building 8, building 11, which is across from it, and building 2, which is over here someplace. It's in this building. So we get there, and Amy goes upstairs. She delivers the food. She comes back down. She disappears behind the stairs. I go, what now? Apparently, she dropped her pad where she had written everything down. And she was like, it lives there now. But she comes down. She grabs it. She gets in the car. Okay, we got this. We're back on schedule. I had to restart the app because it was all screwed up.
What?
And off we go.
Go outside. Go on, you two. Outside. Go, Jim.
So now we are back on it, getting ready to go to our next delivery. And the next one comes in and we're like, okay, we got this. It was no big deal. It was like $2 for a McDonald's shake or something. All right, let's go deliver the shake. All apartment complexes are like that here, Carla. All of them. We even asked residents, excuse me, do you know where apartment number blah, 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 blah is? And they go, oh, no. These are number, like they're all helpful. These are number blah, blah. And then one guy, we're in the parking lot and we're driving. Amy's walking to look at the numbers on the building because here's the other thing that they do. They have these parking awnings and they put the number up here on the building. So when you're driving by, you cannot see what the numbers are on the apartments. Apparently nobody took this into consideration that you really can't see it. Why is it even there? So we're driving through and this guy, he goes, hey, and we're like, yeah, we stop to see what he wants. And he's like, is there a power outage? Dude, we have no idea. We're looking for apartment 2044. Do you know where that is? He's like, no. We're like, okay, then don't ask us questions. We don't know what the hell's going on either. Um, so we finally, we get out of there. We're going to the next place. Did the McDonald's thing. And we get an order. Now, the McDonald's we picked up from was right below our area. So I didn't have a problem with that because I was like, that's cool. But we get there. Amy goes in. She gets the food. She comes back out. She gets in the car. We drive down the street. It was like 2 blocks. Go deliver some kid's Happy Meal. Okay. We actually like delivering the Happy Meals because usually the kid answers the door and they're very happy to see us. But, we went down, we got a Happy Meal, and, we head back. And just as we're heading back, it goes, there's a pickup using our red card at Smart and Final. 2 items. Okay, sure, we'll take it. Why not? It was a $9 order for us. So Amy hits the button because you only have 30 seconds to decide if you're going to take the order or not. So she hits the button and we take it, and it's the Smart and Final. It's right down the street from where we're at. I know exactly where it is. No big deal. We drive over there. We go inside the Smart and Final. And here's the thing. They don't tell you the end destination until after you finish picking up. So we go in. Now I have to tell you this part though, because Amy and I, who remembers canned pudding? That crappy pudding we used to get in school when we were kids. Remember that stuff? That like really gross pudding. Amy and I have been craving it. We have. So so we decided I'm gonna put one of these little charm paper clip things on here. I just have to figure out which direction I want to put it. And I think it's going to go from the top. Okay. Yes. The Libby's or the Hunts, you used to get it at school, remember? Anyway, the only place they still carry this stuff is like restaurant supplies, and that's what Smart and Final is. It's like a restaurant supply store. It's like an outlet type thing. So we go into the Smart and Final, and we're getting what this person ordered. Well, this person ordered a jar, 99-ounce jar of hot jalapenos with carrots and onions. And the minute I saw that, I went, this is a restaurant. And their second one was some shoestring potatoes, French fries. A freaking frozen case of them. It weighed 40 pounds. Amy and I are like, she's like, scan this, because I ain't picking it up till we scan it to see if it's the right one. Because they give you a barcode, and you have to scan the barcode, and it tells you if it's the right product. So we get that, we throw that in, and then I start walking up down the aisles, and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm looking for that freaking pudding. She's like, no, let's go. I want your pudding. So this is a small Smart and Final, so they don't have it. We know they don't, but I had to look anyway. So We go out to the car, we load this case of shoestring potatoes into the car. We put in there 1 jar of peppers. And I hit the button that says we've finished shopping. We've confirmed. Now we would like the address. We hit the directions. 23 miles away, literally in BFE. And we go up to deliver this food. Now, on a normal night, we make about, I don't know, I don't keep real good track of it, but we made about half as much last night. We drove out the same amount of gas in the car, and I have a 4-cylinder. And we were out for the same amount of hours, but it kept taking us from our area over to BFE. We'd go back to our area, pick something up. It was back over to BFE all night long. And I know that from where we picked up to where that restaurant was, there are at least 3 other Smart and Finals that could have, and it was not like it was a prepaid order. This was an order that we had to go in and shop for, scan our dash card for it, and pay for it. So, sorry, there were 3 other locations that could have picked that up. It is their way of herding us into another area. Because every time we make that delivery, they go, oh, you're in this area now. Would you like to stay here? No, I want to go back. Yes, we got a $7 tip. That was the only tip we got last night. And because my foot is injured, poor Amy was lugging a 40-pound box of frozen potato sticks. I was so angry. We were supposed to work we usually work till about 11, between 11 and midnight. I was so angry last night at like 10:15. I shut that app off. I was like, we're done. We're going home. Amy's like, I got a few more. I'm like, we're going home. She's like, okay, we're going home. I was so mad. We have picked up some stuff, some really stupid stuff. We deliver alcohol. We do deliver cigarettes. I think about the only thing in Vegas we don't deliver is cannabis. We pick up people's medications and deliver their medicine. We have picked up diapers, face cleaner, donuts, food. Hell, one time I even picked up some underwear for some woman. It was like a Walmart thing, and I didn't see it, and I clicked it, and I was like, oh, man, I got to go to Walmart. I hate going to Walmart. Walmart is usually somebody who's on food stamps, lives on the 3rd floor of their building, and orders 12 cases of water and soda. That is usually what it is. And there's no tip. Yeah. So I looked down at the order and it was like one item and I was like, oh God, what is this? They live on the 4th floor and this is a 40 bottle thing of water. Nope. Hanes Herway, size 10, 5-pack. So I go to the store. This was a long time ago. This was like 2 years ago. I go to the store. I go in. I'm in the lingerie department looking for, in the underwear and bra section, looking for these particular panties. I find a pack, but it's a bonus pack. You get 2 free pair. So I texted the customer and I was like, hey, I got this one. It's got 2 free pair. And I sent her a picture and she goes, that's great. And I said, yeah, we'll go ahead and get these. She's like, do they have it in any other color? Let me look. We're having this whole conversation while I'm buying this woman some underwear. So I get it. I get in the car. I drive to her place. I'm like, I ain't leaving this shit. I got to knock. So I knock on the door. She comes to the door. She's in her robe. She goes, oh my God, thank you so much. And I'm like, they're just underwear. She goes, yeah, but I got to be to work in like 45 minutes. And I didn't have time to do laundry. So as I'm walking away, she's ripping the bag open. I'm like, okay, you go, girl. I've literally, we've delivered some stuff, I'll tell you. Ugh. Let me see if I have this in a different color. No. Don't like that. Don't like that one. Yeah, we're doing this one. Oh, we see more than we want to, trust me. And this one says, if you're lucky enough to be different, never change. I think he's different. We see some stuff. Yeah, literally. I had a guy one time. I think Amy's told you guys about it. My naked guy. I was delivering by myself that night. I don't know why. Might have been Amy wasn't feeling good and Mike had to work. But normally, it's very rare that I go by myself, you know? I do it sometimes, but and I'll tell you guys the way this works. We go and do DoorDash, okay? It's on me, so it's on my Social Security. So I'm the independent contractor and I have to pay the taxes on it, okay? So the money that we earn goes for three things. One, gas for our scavengers. Two, hotel rooms while we're on scavenger. And three, I cover 2 meals a day, typically lunch and dinner. Breakfast is on you. I'm going to stop to get gas in the morning. If you want something to eat, usually I stop at a truck stop, go in and order yourself something, get a pastry, a Danish, a donut, whatever. That's on you. But I cover lunch sometime around, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I cover dinner at like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock when we get to the hotel. I'll typically either go get food or order DoorDash to deliver it. So then I also use some of that money for my scavenger, which, I mean, technically, I buy a crap load of stuff for Amy as well, to put, to dye, because she doesn't always have a lot of cash when we go. Depends on how good her sales were. But sometimes I'll see something and I'll be like, and she'll be like, it's not in the budget. And I'm like, damn, it's going in the bin anyway. And I'll buy it anyhow, because I think that it will dye nicely or that will fit well into one of her kits or one of her ideas. So I'll get it. And so when I in order to make myself feel better, I will go out sometimes on my own to deliver. That way, I'm just the only person working for that portion of the money. So that everybody else isn't working, to earn money for me to go on scavenger. But that's how we break it down. So I went out, I was all by myself, and I get this order, and it was for Outback. And this was back on Postmates where I could see where the delivery was. And I was picking it up, but it was only like a $3.25 delivery because that was all that Postmates paid 2 years ago. So I go to Outback and I pick up the food and I'm heading towards the guy's house, which is like 5-6 miles down the road. No big deal. And he texts me in the app. He's like, hey, you got my Outback order. And I was like, yes, sir. I picked it up. I'm on my way right now. And he goes, I'll give you a $20 tip if you will stop and pick me up a couple of, I'll pay for it plus give you a $20 tip if you pick me up a couple of Red Bulls. Well, I'm not supposed to take and do anything outside the app, but you want to keep the customer happy. So I said, yes. I notified the app that I would be making an additional stop for a cash purchase. They were okay with it. They were like, all right, cool. Because there was really no way for them to direct that sale to me. Somebody else would have picked it up. So I stop and I get the guy 2 Red Bulls, which came to like $6. I think they were on sale 2 for $6. I pick up 2 Red Bulls. I got them in the bag. I put them next to his food. I get in the car and I drive to his house. It's a corner house. So I pull around the corner. There's nobody in front. So I park the car. I get out of the car. I go around. I open up the little cooler thing. I get out his hot food. I get his Red Bulls. And I walk up to the front door. There's no light on. This has become such an option that on our phone now, if you shake it, the light comes on. And we carry flashlights because people don't turn on their lights. So there's no light on. So I walk up to the door and there's a little bench right there. So I put his Red Bulls down and I set down his food and I knocked on the door, which in the original delivery, it said contact, leave the food and go. But I looked around and there was no tip and he had said he was going to give me a tip. So I knock on the door. The guy comes out. He's got the full comb over. He's wearing a robe. You know what? One of those shorty, doesn't even go to his knees robes. And he just casually lets it open and he goes, so how about that tip? And I went, just give me the 20 fucking bucks, dude. Sorry about my language. And he reaches in the pocket of his robe. He doesn't even bother to cover himself up. And he goes to hand me the 20. And I said, just drop it. Just drop it. I handed him his food. I said, close the door. And so he goes, and you could see him deflate. He was just like, oh, okay. And he closed the door and I put my foot on that 20 and I slid it back. Reached down and I very gingerly picked it up by the corner and carried it like that, like I do glitter, out to the car. I opened the back door. I threw it in the back seat, closed it. Hi, Christine. And I said, I'm done for the night. And I went home. Oh my God. I'm sorry. There's just, wow. I'm just, there's just some stuff, And sometimes you wonder. You have to wonder. You ask yourself, what are these people thinking? You know? They come to the door, they're not dressed, their hair isn't done. They know you have to take a picture of that order. They know it. And yet, the minute you put that food down, they will snatch and run. And you're like, hey. I have to take a picture of that. And they're just like off to the rodeo. And we're off to the rodeo. Ah! That one, okay. Most of the time, I just think, does this actually work for you? Ugh. Has this tactic gotten you, laid? And if so, you may want to rethink the quality and stature of the women that this is working for. Maybe why you're all alone with a comb over. Ugh. So let's see. Giant brass horse members, weird, creepy ladies who want to touch my hair. Half naked people answering doors, trips across town. What else? Just, yeah. Wow. And there you have it. It's DoorDash at its finest. I was actually this morning, as I was scanning through my Facebook feed, there was a one of those, oh, look at what these DoorDash people had to put up with. And there were some things on there, I'll give you that. Like one guy texted a customer and he was like, nom, nom, nom. And there's a piece of chicken with a bite out of it. Dude, don't. Then there was like another one where the lady was like, could you cancel the order? My kid ate your food. So, I mean, we see some stuff, but I was like, oh my God. If I reported some of the stuff that I was experiencing out there, the stuff that they're showing is so tame. By comparison. I have to tell you, though, the one that really gets me, and it happens more often than you would think. is we're out there and we're delivering, and somebody, the person that we're, picking up for, I'm going to do some fussy on this, will text us and say, hey, I'm your customer for blah, blah, blah order. Yeah. Could you grab me some extra ranch dressing? And you're like, yeah, no problem. But they charge extra for the dressing, right? Just so you're aware. Because like I'll send them back a text. It'll be like, okay, extra dressing is 59 cents per container. How many do you want? And they'll be like, oh, 2 or 3 is great. I'll be like, okay. So, that's going to be $1.20 or whatever. And they're like, just bill it to the app. It's not the way this works, lady. Not the way this works. Well, can't you just pay for it? Yeah, I'm not supposed to spend cash on anything. Well, use that card you have. Okay, that only gets authorized for the amount of money that they assume it's going to cost. Well, how am I supposed to get my ranch dressing? I don't know. Order it when you ordered the food? Call the restaurant. Tell them that you need more and give them your credit card over the phone. Let them ring it up. It is not my job to purchase extra condiments for you. Get it together, people. And then the 1 or 2 times that I have done it, because I've been a sad sap and I decided I would do it for them. And I go to deliver the food. Now it's contactless delivery. So as far as I'm concerned, now that's out the door because you had me pick up something extra for you that I had to pay for. You need to pay me back. I've had people either refuse to answer the door, I've had people open the door, snatch the food, and when you're like, hey, you owe me a couple of bucks for that, they'll say something like, I've already paid enough for this food. Well, you paid the app. You didn't pay me, lady. You paid the restaurant, you paid the app, but you didn't pay me. I had one lady the other day would not let me leave her porch because apparently she's ordered from this restaurant in the past and food has been missing. And so she wants to be sure that her whole order is there. And I'm like, lady, there's nothing I can do about it. If it's not there, I can't help you. You'll have to call the restaurant and have them resend the order, or they'll have to bring it up themselves. Well, if it's not here, you're going back to get it. No, I'm not. Sorry, but once the order goes through. We pick up the bag. The bags are sealed. We're not allowed to open them. And I cannot go down and get something that they left out or that you forgot, because I'm not being paid for that and I'm not covered under the insurance for it. Hi, Janice. I know. They actually do have a no more order list. If you complain too much that, your food has not arrived, even though, the delivery has been marked as delivered and there's pictures and everything, and you've complained, they will put you on a list where basically they just won't take orders from you. It starts off, you're on a list where you have to sign for your food. And I have to take a picture. And then it progresses to, we're just not going to take orders from you. Your debit card and credit card gets blacklisted, so that you can't use that credit or debit card. And eventually they just, your name, your address. I've seen people that have, like, I went out to deliver one time and somebody stopped me on the side of the road. They waved me down and I was thinking maybe they thought I had their order. So I stopped and I was like, "Hi, how are you doing? What can I do for you?" And they were like, "We tried to order and we can't order. It says that our address is unavailable." And so I went into the help. So, well, let me take a look. So I go into the help and yeah, that address was blacklisted. And they were like, "We just bought the house, just moved in. Is there any way that we could, get it taken care of?" And I told them, I said, "Yeah, what you need to do is call this number." I gave them the 1-800 number. I said, "You need to call DoorDash. They're probably going to ask you to verify that you just bought the house, that you are not the previous tenant. They'll probably have you sign for things for the first couple of deliveries. But yeah, we should be able to get you back in." And yeah, those. Yeah, and they're real good about crediting your account. But the problem is that after a while, if your address, because they do it to the drivers too. Like if I'm driving and I deliver food and, I get so many times that somebody calls in and goes, "Well, they didn't deliver my food." Or my order wasn't complete. Now, if my order wasn't complete, if the picture clearly shows that the bag is tied with a sticker on it, there's nothing they can do about that. That is restaurant sealed. I am by law not allowed to open it. And they'll just tell them, they'll go, "Well, you need to complain to the restaurant because the drivers are not permitted to open sealed delivery packages." So once McDonald's puts, a big old thing on it, I can't open that. All right, so we're going to put this over here in, I think we're going to do a belly band, top to bottom belly band. Yeah. All right, we got 8.5. Well, you live there now. No, kidding. I'll get it in a second. Okay, got it. I'm going to cut one of these out. Okay, that's 1.5. So we're going to trim this on a little trimmer. Do this 1.25. That was a pretty good guesstimate. But you know, we're out there every night just pumping along. And our goal is to be on Scaventure mid-September, mid to late September. Hi, Honey Bunny. Honey Bunny went and picked up my Don't Kill Amy pills this morning. Hi, Michelle. Michelle says, hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, I just almost tried putting my teeth in upside down.
Okay.
I'm not awake, okay?
Mike is not awake.
Nowhere here.
Mike is not awake.
Lights are on. Definitely no one's home.
Is that what we're going with? Okay. So where we go is often dictated by how much we earn. Okay. So, you know, depends on if we have really good, you know, money, we can go further. Not so good, not so far. Okay. That. And now we have to see how this works to play in. Where did I put that? There it is. Okay. 3, yeah, 2 7/8. 5, 4. 3 7/8 by 4. Okay. 3 7/8 by 4. Okay, so that's 3 7/8. So we're gonna go 3 5/8. Really like that bottom, so we're gonna keep that. By 4. Let's see. Nope. Need to cut that a little smaller. Let's see how we're doing. Perfection. Carla said, "Hopper!"
Hey, Carla.
Okay. Let's do this. And I am now covered in shards. Chads, hanging chads.
Can't be a Bill or John. Why is it going to be Chad?
Because that's what they call them. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So this one has these little corners on it where you can put, I need a card to do this. You can put, slide something in there if you want to. See? Look at that. So if they want to, put a picture or something in here, they can do that. Otherwise, they could just write on it. Hold on, honey just lost his junk.
No, my work wife said, "Baby, just go. Call in. Go hide." Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. Tulsa got hit again.
Another tornado?
Must have. We're still cleaning up after last Sunday's escapades all through Toledo, or not Toledo, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Don't you sometimes feel like when these people get a tornado that comes through, then they call you and go, "Hey, what's up with the cable?" Don't you feel like you should just be able to go, big windy thing?
I love it when the other cable companies want us to escalate, and it's not us. The fact that we have no power to run the light-driven fiber lines is the problem. So the power companies, I saw one ticket that said they were replacing 6 poles just to get one site working. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I feel so bad for them folks.
All right. I think we need to leave this page for journaling. But we got to do a little something. Got to do a little something, something, you know? So let's get out a little something, something. We have a whole new page, a little something, something. All right. All right, so we're going to start off with this one. Bull. Look, he's either going to lay on your feet and keep them warm or he's going to tickle them. But either way, you can't have it both.
That's the thing.
Right? The dome. They need something, I'll tell you. I remember we went on the Scaventure last time, and we went to Oklahoma City, and we went through the top of Texas and went into Kansas and stuff. And as we left Oklahoma City and we were heading towards Kansas, Shaylee started seeing big piles of stuff on the side of the, like the road and stuff. She was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, well, that's tornado debris. And she's like, "Well, why don't they pick it up?" And without missing a beat, and he went, because it's just going to be back next year. For me, that's just one of those things where you're like, if you keep walking into the wall right there, don't turn, I don't understand. And I get it. For some people, that's all they know. Their whole life has been there. But I don't know. Growing up, if I had lived in that area, constantly worried about it every time it rained, I would be like, yeah, I'm going to go away to college and I ain't never coming back. Yeah, Wichita Falls gets it all the time. But they just, and I'll be honest, they ain't building the houses any better. And they're not building the houses better because the insurance isn't paying them for it. Like the insurance doesn't pay them enough to build it better. And so they're not building them better. They're just rebuilding what was already there. And they're building 2x4 and stucco houses.
Can you say paper mache that flies well?
If I had to live there, I'd be buying me my little piece of land, and I'd be getting a backhoe. And then I'd be putting like storage containers underground. The only thing that would be upstairs would be like a living room, bathroom, and a kitchen. Everything else below ground. No UFO landed in Vegas. Although the police did go out to investigate.
People should really stop mixing their drugs.
Need to put something on this side.
Oh my.
He's cute, but he's too big. I shall make him smaller.
I'm going to call him George and pet him and love him.
Yeah, they literally, it was literally a news report. Yes.
Yeah, it was a thing.
It was a thing.
Embarrassing thing, but a thing all the time.
Okay, let me see. Open.
Haha. No, haha.
No.
Oh,
No, I thought I got rid of it.
New.
life is beautiful all the time.
I still can't get rid of this.
Let's see if this is the right one. Well, they did have a news report here. There it is. Okay. See if he's in here. I think he is. Yeah, there was a news report. And, of course, there was no film of the actual landing. It was just a report, but the police had to go out and investigate it, So the cops went out and went, we don't know. All right, we're going to put this up here. And let's go here, there, there. You just print. Dang it. That was Pismo Beach. Pismo Beach. All right, we're going to get this off of this big sheet so we can work with it. There we go. All right, and let me just chop this and we'll move on. Here we go. I like the color saturation better on this one. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to go out and spend a minute or two with the hub before he starts work here in 9 minutes. So, this month's challenge is an ATC or journal card using fiber. Use the fiber any way you want, but fiber is the must. Let's see what else. Late Night Lunatics may be coming to you live from the car. If I can get it to work. But I am off, and I'm gonna go spend a couple of minutes with the hub, get my nap, so that I can go out tonight. That's it. That's all I got. If you're new, please subscribe. Give me a thumb. Either way, I don't care. It all counts. And I will see you ladies tomorrow, where we'll work on a little bit more of this. We did pretty good work today. We got a couple of pages, mostly done. And is today Friday? No, today's Thursday. So I will see you tomorrow in the morning, and then possibly tomorrow evening. And that's it. That's all I got. Check out the description box below or the community tab. Gives you all kinds of information. I'm going to be updating that this week. Got some new videos that need to get posted. But that's it. That's all I got. Till I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Bye.
That was when you come back in.